Welcome to the Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. It is Monday, January the 6th, 2025. The podcast is a daily reading from the Revised Common Lectionary we call Manna, which we explore together. It is the spiritual nourishment our souls crave and the sustenance we need to nurture our spiritual growth. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler with you on a spiritual journey, and together we can share insights and interpretations from the daily lectionary reading, which will enrich our spiritual lives. In the Gospel of Luke, we meet a pregnant young woman named Mary and her husband Joseph. They left their home and traveled to Bethlehem to register for a census during the reign of King Herod. While in Bethlehem, Mary gave birth to her baby in a manger, the only available space. The couple named the child Jesus, and his birthday is Christmas. Unable to return to their home, the family remained in Bethlehem as refugees for approximately 2 years. Today's lectionary reading is Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 12, the story of the Magi who came to Bethlehem to meet the toddler Jesus. The day is celebrated in the lectionary calendar as the Epiphany of the Lord. Epiphany means to reveal, uncover, or show up, show on, and show out. Who are the Magi? Where are they from? And why are they looking for a toddler? The Magi, sometimes called the wise men, were from Persia, the region of modern-day Iran and Iraq. They were skilled in astrology and other occult arts. They saw the rising of a star in the eastern sky, and to them, it was of world historical significance. It was thought that the heavenly sign of a star accompanied the birth or death of great men. It beckoned this group of Persian elite to travel by caravan, following the star as their guide. The journey lasted about 2 years, and they arrived in Bethlehem, in Jerusalem. The Magi wanted to pay homage to the newly born king, so they visited King Herod's palace to inquire about the child. Herod was paranoid and frightened by the Magi's request. On his social media account, he shared that a caravan of people from Persia was looking for a newborn king, and all of Jerusalem was just as terrified as he was. Herod was threatened by the news of this new king and gathered the religious leaders together, inquiring where the Messiah was to be born. After some research of Old Testament prophecies, they told him that according to the tiny prophetic book of Micah, a ruler would come to shepherd the people of God. Herod became filled with more anxiety and fabricated his intentions to the Magi when he met with them in secret. He asked that they search and find the child, and as soon as they saw the child, to please let him know so he too could worship him. The wise men saw through Herod's deceitfulness. They came bearing gifts for the child. Herod only had the gifts of anger and death in his hand. The Magi continued the journey as the star guided them until it stopped at the house where the child and his parents were. When the Magi saw the child with his mother, they were overwhelmed with joy. They fell on their knees and they worshiped the child. They presented the child with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Herod had no intentions of worshiping the Christ child, and in a dream, the Magi were warned not to return to Herod. Instead, they left in their caravan to return home another way to avoid contact with Herod.